All right, hello Monday. I did not record my trading this morning. I went out of town this weekend and just wasn't in the mood to be chit-chatting while I was trading just yet. I took some time off and did a class with one of my students, so they got me talking up a little bit more. So I didn't record it, but it was a pretty good morning. It looks a little rough from the entries back here, but we'll go back and look at it after this trade, which may or may not work out. I liked the way that it pulled back, and it was leading a bit lower here. I had just gotten back from a class. I was trying to grab it right here, but it just wasn't happening. So here's what we got. It's not following through to the downside. Gave a little bit of the M pivot and the MACDs on the 1597. Right here. Oh, I didn't mean to leave this on. Right in here. Okay, let's pull down a little bit. I'm not willing to risk everything on this still. I like the slight roll that we're seeing here, but it's not a huge roll. I think lately it's been really, really tough for me to grab a much less risky entry. I mean, yeah, I'm still risking 5 ticks, but I would like for that risk to be like, you know, back above here. It's been a little bit more difficult for me to catch that lately. Just the nature of the market has been a little strange. And, you know, that comes with reaching heights we've never seen before and a little bit of uncertainty that goes along with that. So it's understandable. You just have to be confident in what you're doing and pay attention and prepared for if your move is over. What I like is that these EMAs are still open to the downside right here. These EMAs are still showing strength to the downside. You have the same thing going on your higher time frame. It's almost like this was just a little bit of a holdup, and it's probably going to push down a little bit more. Just don't know how much. So I'm not prepared to move it to a break even yet. We do have a ceiling that may be created here where we can go a couple ticks above that. But still staying above this right here. This was my last little pull-up high besides this area. Last time we hit that support, it did hold. So, just peeping it out. Lord have mercy, I'm the worst recorder for y'all on the planet today. My voice has been coming and going. I did exit a little early here. And I moved my wrist down to break even, and I'm just kind of letting this run for a moment. I am coming into the zero line here and here, but there's some things saying that that zero line may not hold. Do I want to be the one to wait and see? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to take it. I think I'm done. I'm struggling for focus, which is my typical game, but better today than most days. 14.25. All right, we're going to call it at that. So let's look at this. I'll leave it on this one. It'll be easier to see and understand. I guess we'll say 3 entries. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. This one was, yeah, and if you go back and look on these, it looks more like chasing it, and like I said, I feel like I've been chasing it, but, and this one doesn't look the prettiest of them, but it pulled back. It was my higher time frame still angled down. There was a lot of strength going to the downside, and these are ones I really struggled to take. So today I said, you know what? It's broken through the area. It's pulled back into it. It's giving such a weak retracement. It's time to try it. And it just kept moving my risk behind the major pivot areas. When this happened right here, I was done. For the next one, it pulled up. It made a divergence. I tried to get in here. I did have to chase this one to get in. So I was trying right here. I dropped it down another tick. I dropped it down another tick. And finally got in because that bar turned around pretty quickly. It held out, and yes, it had the potential to continue down, kind of like here, where, you know, I didn't give up here. But I did at this point. I had a call I needed to be on, and I did actually mark my next entry that I did not take. Would I have waited for this pullback? Yeah, probably, because we're still right in the same area. My exit may have been a little strained with the way this is looking here. The close is at the bottom. I may have been convinced that it was going to continue. And then the reversal bar here. As for this one, I don't think I had it turned on whenever I got in, but you had some divergence here. It was closing down, and this one I also did chase. I had it here, did not put me in, and so I've moved it down just a little bit to get back. Obviously, I would have gotten in had it pulled back here, but you had a little bit of the movement to the downside with this major retracement divergence, and it looks like it's going to keep on running. So that zero line concerned me a little bit, and I think I'm good for the day. So sorry I didn't record this morning, but you know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes I started to write what I was doing there because I didn't think I was going to do a third trade and come back and put this in here. So that's it for the day. I hope y'all have an excellent Monday, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be around a whole lot this week. I'll be doing a little trading. I'm not sure about recording. I'm going to be working with some students during the morning during the live market, so we'll have to see how it goes. So hope y'all have a great week.